Hey everyone, so for today's video I thought it would be quite fun to do a little get ready with me slash skincare routine slash everyday makeup, because recently I have been obsessed with, I feel like everyone and their mum and their dad and their dog has seen those, Vogue videos where it's like singers and actors and just lots of amazing people who get ready on the Vogue YouTube channel, and it's like them chatting about their skincare routine and the makeup products they use. And I'm very jealous because I think that is so cool. Everyone in it is so cool, and that's like one of the things that I would love to do, is go on that and do my own little like skincare routine and makeup. So I'm going to be doing my own version of that today. It's currently Saturday and I've just woken up. It's a bit late actually, I actually have just woken up, so I'm sorry if I seem like a bit dead right now. I'm so tired. Yesterday I had a little angiogram, which is like a scan, but they have to put you to sleep to do it. The anaesthetics really like changed my sleeping pattern last night, so I went to bed really late, like 5-6 a.m. late. But I thought that I would just chat to you about skincare and makeup and show you my everyday makeup and pretend I'm doing one of those videos that Vogue do. So this is my morning skincare routine and what I tend to do in the morning if I can be bothered. Like on a school day I don't really do this much because I'm in a rush and I CBA, but this is what I do when I do have the time to properly do my skincare. So this might seem a bit silly, but the first thing I do when I am about to touch my face with skincare and stuff is wash my hands properly. I used to, I probably still do it, I used to constantly touch my face when I was like, one of the things I do is when I'm bored or I'm concentrating, like I'll rest my hand on my face or just like touch my face, but you don't actually realise how much dirt is on your fingers and how much dirt you pick up when you touch things, whether it's your phone or me at school, opening doors. You don't realise actually how much you're touching and how much dirt gets on your fingers and your hands, and then that gets transferred to your face. So that's also one of the reasons that I think I struggled with spots as well, is because I constantly would have that dirt going from my hands to my face and you're just totally unaware of it. So yeah, my hands are all clean now. Oh my god, look, see, I just touched my face. So what I do first is wash my face. So in the morning I keep it pretty simple. These are the two things that I have been using at the moment. This is the Youth to the People Green Tea Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. If you watch Skincare by Hiram, he has talked about this a lot, and so I've always wanted to get it. And then if my skin has been breaking out or I've got quite a lot of dry patches, then I will use like dry patches from spots and things, not actual dry patches, then I'll use a hydrating cleanser, the hydrating one of this, but this is the Serum SA Smoothing Cleanser, which is salicylic acid cleanser basically. I also really like the Inky List one, but this is a bit more gentle and I actually think this works better for my skin, so I'll tend to mix those together. And I'll also use my Foreo, I don't know if this is Foreo Luna Go, so this is a face brush made out of silicone. Because it's made out of silicone, it picks up less dirt, and it also just works it into your skin better. Do you remember when Clarisonics were literally everywhere and now they're not even a thing? So the first thing I'll do is just like wet my skin. Oh, I should actually use something to pull my hair back, because one of my biggest pet peeves, it can't really be helped, but one of my biggest pet peeves is product getting into like my hair and my hairline. So right, first thing I'll do is put on the salicylic acid cleanser. So I'll put this on. My skin at the moment, watch how I jinx myself, but my skin at the moment has literally been the best it's been in the last like 3 months. And then this is good because it means that if you do have any spots, it's good to just put this one on first. So then I'll just wet my hands and just lather that up a bit more. And then with the Youth to the People cleanser, I'll wet my Foreo and make sure it's clean. And then I'll put like a little pump of this onto here, like a pea-sized amount. I will just put this all over my face. It does have a timer and it switches off when it's done, but I think the time is a bit long, especially if I'm not wearing makeup. Okay, so now that is done, I will turn it off, wash it, and then with my hands or like a flannel, I'll just go over my skin. Moving on to toner. So where is my toner? This is the toner that I've been using for the last couple of weeks, not long. However, I've seen such a dramatic improvement in my skin since using this, and so it must be down to this. This is the Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner. Niacinamide is a great ingredient for preventing spots and preventing acne or just reducing breakouts, and it's also quite brightening for your skin and helps your skin look smoother. So Good Molecules actually sent me a package of stuff, and I've always wanted to try something from them and some of their products, because again, Serum talks about them all the time. So yeah, I'm going to be using this. Not gonna lie, normally I wouldn't do toner in the morning. I will always do it at night time, especially if I have been wearing makeup, because it just gets off any last bits of makeup on your skin and just balances out your skin. So normally I wouldn't use it, but I am going to today so I can show you. And then I will just put this on a cotton pad. I will normally use reusable ones, however I've run out of them and had to order some more, so this is why I'm using the other ones, but normally I will use reusable ones. So I'll just gently swipe this over my skin. You can actually use your hands, but I feel like I don't properly get an even application of this when I use my hands, or sometimes I'll like pat it on or just go over the areas where I've got spots. Make sure to do your eyebrows, because I always get spots on my eyebrows and it's horrible. Okay, so now that's done, I will just let this sink into my skin, and then it is time for a moisturizer. I just realised I actually do serum then moisturizer. Serum is such a massive step in my skincare routine. It's probably one of the things that if I could only keep a couple of steps, this would be it. So this is hyaluronic acid. I love this. I would use it underneath my makeup to kind of create like a plumper, hydrated base. I will use it on dry patches. I will just use it all over my skin, morning, evening, night. I really, really like this. The normal one I use is the Nikki Lilly hyaluronic acid, but she's literally empty. There's barely anything left in this. I really like this one because it's a bit thicker of a consistency, so when you are using it you really feel like it's actually doing something and is moisturising your skin. I think they are actually sending me another one, so can't wait. So what I'll do is I'll get this, put it on actually just like the back of my hand. I don't use too much. I use as much as I feel like my skin needs. It does feel a little bit dry because I did use the salicylic acid cleanser, and then with my other hand I'll then like just blend it in like I would a moisturiser till it feels like it is all over my skin. So now I've done that, I will actually then go in with the Nikki Lilly one, just because there isn't much left. Like I'll use the tiniest drop of this and just go over where I feel like my skin needs a little bit extra love, and just over my forehead. Okay, so while this is sinking in, I thought I'd talk a little bit about my skincare journey, I guess. So I've used skincare ever since I can remember. I've always been interested in it, always loved it. But honestly, only like in the last year have I properly like started using good products, I feel like. And although I'm constantly changing it, and sometimes there'll be products that I'll use for like a year or like 6 months that my skin loves and then just seems to not love anymore. I feel like I've got a pretty good skincare routine now for when I need to care for my skin after I wear makeup, but also just on a daily basis to just look after it. I think a skincare routine is so important. But yeah, I think I probably started using skincare when I was like maybe 10, but I honestly just used whatever I saw. Don't you just wish you could go back to the time when you were like a child and your skin was just perfect? I feel like we don't appreciate our skin as a child that much, but honestly, like I wish I could go back to my skin back then because it was so nice. In 2017, I started a new trial drug, and one of the side effects of that was spots and things like that, but I never really thought I would get full-on acne. I will insert a picture of it here. My skin was horrendous for probably about a year, and ever since then my skin has never been the same. It went from literally no problems at all, and I know that I became a teenager in that time. If you could get like any side effects possible, I got every single side effect on that drug. It was an awful time for me mentally, physically. It was just awful. 2018 was an awful year too for me, mentally, physically, skin, everything. Yeah, when I first got acne, they gave me like antibiotic creams and things like that you put on your skin, and I was also just using spot treatments that were quite drying because I just wanted to use anything possible. And then as time went on, my acne got worse and was not going, and so that's when my doctor said, would you want to go on Roaccutane? And even though I didn't, there was no other option because I still had to be on that drug. So it was so horrible though, because it felt like when I was taking the drug, like I knew that it was the thing that was giving me acne, but I had to take it. So I knew that like also the only thing that would help prevent it and stop it was not being on that drug, but I had to be on it at the time. So yeah, then I went on Roaccutane. I was on that for like 6 months, I think, and I had the worst dry skin ever. I had like, my lips were literally cracking and broken around the sides. When I stopped the drug, my skin started healing, but since then I've really struggled with trying to look after my skin, even though like now I feel like I've got it down. It's taken me such a long time to get to this place. I find that when I don't drink enough water, which is literally 24/7, my friends and my parents and everyone is constantly like on my case about drinking water. I don't know what it is, I just like, like the only water I can drink is sparkling water. And I recently got a soda stream, you know, those like olden day things, not olden day, but like my mum had one when she was younger, and it's like you use water and you press this button and it makes it fizzy and carbonates it. So I recently got that because it's a lot better for the planet than getting like those single-use bottles of water. Yeah, I'm really trying to drink more water. It's kind of like an afterthought, which isn't good, so yeah, I need to drink more. There's like enough cream in the lid, so I'm just going to use the Youth to the People cream now and just put this over my skin, and then I'll just kind of like work it in till I feel like it's all covered, and that's it. So this is my skin. Now I'm just going to do eye cream. With eye cream, because this one's a bit thick, this lasts you so long. I've had this for such a long time now, but because it's a bit thick, I put it on the back of my hand. I only use it on my left eye because I'm a bit careful with creams and stuff around my eye because my eye doesn't shut properly, so I don't want anything getting into my eye. I won't do this at night time because I know putting eye cream on your upper lid can make your eye puffy, but during the day I will put some on my upper lid because it gets really dry, my upper lid, and I find that eyeshadow and stuff won't apply nicely. Never like drag back in because you're pulling your skin that way, and voila! So the only thing to do now is just lips and spot treatment, and then it will be time for makeup.
Nikki, you look brilliant. You look a million.
This boy's come in and now he's annoying me. Brush your teeth elsewhere. Don't touch my skin. I don't know where your fingers have been. I'm not going like this. Are you mental? Thank goodness that the door rang and he's gone. Honestly, brothers, hey? So for lip care, I just got this from e.l.f. They sent it to me. This is actually so cool. It's a lip scrub but in like a lipstick shape, so it makes it so much easier and more hygienic than using your fingers, and it's so much less messy. So I think this was just, yeah, their coconut lip scrub, but I really like this. Smells amazing. So, spit your spit out and then get gone out next. Bye. Gosh. So yeah, this is literally just a lip scrub in lipstick form, and my lips constantly get dry and dry patches, especially if I'm using like drying lipsticks and stuff. And I feel like at this time of year, I know like it's spring going to summer, but the weather is just all over the place. One day it's sunny, one day it's literally snowing, one day it's raining. Like, they can't make their mind up. My skin is affected by it and my mood is affected by it. Like, I can't deal. So yeah, I'll use that. And then for lip balm, where's my lip balm gone? Here it is. So for lip balm, I feel like I'm a lip balm connoisseur at this point. I've been through so many different lip balms. This is what I used a lot when I was on Roaccutane. This is the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast lip balm, and I like this also because you can just squeeze it out and apply it to your lips. So yeah, I really like this one, and I'll often like go underneath my lips because I find that the actual like outline of my lips gets really dry. And that is my skincare routine complete. Obviously I do it a lot quicker than I have here because I'm not talking and I'm not like rambling or showing you what I'm using or talking about it. So normally that whole skincare routine would literally take me 5 minutes. Okay, so I thought I was done with the skincare part. Turns out I'm not. I forgot to talk about spot treatments. So this is another massive part of my skincare routine is spot treatments. I will put on a spot treatment religiously. I literally carry a spot cream or like a spot gel in my school bag, because if I've got a spot and I can feel that I've got it and I've not got anything on it, like, I can't. So I use a few different things depending on the needs I have for my spots and the different types of spots. So the newest thing that I've actually been using is the beta hydroxy acid from, or like BHA, from the Nikki Lilly, and this is a serum to reduce blackheads and breakouts, and I've been using this the last couple of days, and I will just put it on the areas. I know you can apparently apply it all over the skin, but I will just put it where I need it. So I'll put a little bit on my nose because it helps unclog pores. I had a massive spot here which it literally got rid of overnight. That was like right in the crease of my nose. It was horrible. I always get spots there for some reason. I get spots here, like a cluster of them all the time, and it's so annoying, and it doesn't matter what I use, they don't go, but this actually has helped. I also, from the Nikki Lilly, really like the succinic acid blemish treatment with salicylic acid. This is really good. It's green, so I'll only use this at night or if I'm at home, but this is good. It's not very drying, it's quite hydrating, so it's good for if you struggle with dry skin, or if you've got like it's not good for under the skin spots. If you've got a spot that's just like on the skin, that just needs to be dried out when you need to heal quicker, then this is quite good. Is this my favourite spot treatment? No, but if my skin's quite dry or if I've got like a topical spot, then I will use this one. Okay, and then spot patches I really like if you've got like a bit gross, but if you've got like a pussy spot, these are really good for drawing that out and drying them out and healing them quicker. So hydrocolloid patches are amazing. And then finally, the Clinique anti-blemish solution clearing gel is insane. I will carry this in my bag. I've got a mini one I carry in my school bag. I probably use this the most often out of all of the stuff. This is good for like when you've got like a lot of spots on your forehead, or I get quite a lot in my hairline, so I'll put this, and it's just really good because I will put this on before I do my makeup when I'm about to go to school. It's not too shiny on the skin. Really love this. So those are all of the spot treatments I use. But yes, okay, now that's actually done, let's move on to the makeup section of this video. I'm gonna try and zoom through it a lot quicker, but I know I just won't. Okay, so makeup. I know it looks like a lot. It's because I actually don't have a makeup bag for my everyday makeup. So this looks massively full because it's mainly just my brushes in here. Sorry the lighting is a bit all over the place. I'm filming right in front of my window and it's such like a grey day. The clouds are just going in and out. So yeah, I'm so sorry about that. First thing I will do is prime my skin. Okay, so the first primer I use is the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Hydrating Primer. This kind of just like hydrates and plumps your skin a little bit. I've used about half of this now. But yeah, I'll just apply this onto my skin just so it's a bit smoother and a better base for makeup. And then I've literally nearly finished this. There's not much left. This was literally all the way down here and that's what's left. I never thought I'd get through this. This is the Urban Decay, it doesn't even say it anymore because it's worn off, complexion primer. It's like a smoothing, pore filling primer. So what I'll do is I'll pump it out, smooth it in my hands, and then just press it into my nose. And then I'll put a little bit on the forehead too, because I find that I've got quite a lot of pores there. And then just bring it over to, like, you know how you apply a pore strip? That's kind of like where I apply the pore filler. Okay, so now that has kind of sunk in and dried down, the first thing I do is concealer and corrector. So the first thing I'll do is use a green colour corrector. I will use this whether I'm doing a full face or like an everyday makeup. I personally think it makes such a difference when I don't use it. So this is literally just the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in green. Really cheap and cheerful. I love this because it's got a brush, so it makes applying it to the areas you want so much easier. And then I'll do concealer. This is the Kosas. Kosas is actually a really good brand that's ethical and things like that. The Super Creamy Reliever Brightening Concealer in 2.5. So I really like that. And then I also use the Shiseido concealer. So that's what I use. So first, colour corrector. I literally just apply this wherever my skin's red, basically all over, but you also don't want to do too much because you will end up looking like Shrek. This is the sponge I use for colour correcting, blending in my colour corrector. Always make sure your sponge is damp. If you are using your sponge and it's dry, oh my gosh, you need to start dampening it. It completely changes the application of the product. So now for concealer. So with concealer, I will start off by using the Kosas one. And I've shared this tip on my Instagram. If you want to get a bit more of a lifting effect with your concealer and you find that it kind of just sits on your skin, this is what you need to do. So to lift your skin, you want to, let me just get my mirror because otherwise I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing properly. You want to do a line following the outside of your eye like that. And then you want to do a line down the side of your nose. I kind of turn it into a triangle. So that's how it should look. You should have a line here and then like a triangle there. And then I'll do that on the other side as well. I'll do a line like on the top of my eyes as well. And then I will go over with the other concealer, literally just on top of those places because it's a bit lighter. So then I feel like I get the right shade of concealer. And then with this sponge, it's like a flat sponge that looks like this. I will use this and the back of it to blend in the concealer, and I'll literally just go upwards following that line, and it gives you like a lifting effect. Can you see? Obviously I need to fully blend it in, but so much better then, because before I used to do like a massive triangle in the middle underneath my eye, and I didn't realise that it actually was like pulling my face down when I was doing it and wasn't making it lifted or brightened or anything. So that is what I do now. Okay, and now that is all blended in. So it looks a bit crazy now because I've not put on I use like a CC cream. I've not put that on yet, but it literally lifts the eye. Ta-da! So that's Nikki's first makeup tip of the day. This is the base I'm using. It is quite a light coverage one, but I just feel like we also need to normalize having texture on your face. I recently just posted a reel called Filter versus Reality, where I did like half of my face with a filter on it and half of my face of makeup without the filter, and just showed the big difference between it and showed how like normally, you know, your skin has texture and everyone does, and I feel like that's not talked about enough. It's not normal to have skin with no bumps or spots or you know, stretch marks or acne scars or pores. It's literally not normal, and I think it's so important to talk about that more and talk about how your skin has texture, you know. It has marks of your journey and it has marks of where you've been and where you're going, and I've got marks from my surgeries and I'm not trying to hide them. Texture is normal, and it's, if anything, not normal not to have a bit of texture on your skin. So that is something that's taken me a long time to realise, but I've realised that, especially through more people talking about it, texture is normal. Anyway, for skin on an everyday makeup day, I will use the IT CC cream. I have used this for so long now. It's actually crazy how long I've used this for. So I use the shade Light, and I love that it comes in a pump too. So what I'll do is I use this sponge now. This is just like a flat sponge. I will apply this, just like dot it on my skin. It is buildable. It's light coverage, but it is buildable. And it's also got SPF 50. Not that you need it in England because the weather is just awful. Okay, so this is how it's looking. I will now go in with my damp sponge and just blend that in. It really is just super light coverage. If I'm doing like my makeup for school, this is what I normally do, but because we have to wear masks, I honestly just feel like there's no point, because my makeup literally rubs off as soon as I put my mask on in 0.1 seconds, and then it just makes me really sad. Just, can you see it's just evened everything out? Like, you can still see my veins, you can still see my spots, but it just evens everything out. And then with the concealer, it looks really nice too, because the skin that's quite lifted and glowy. Next, I will do my cream bronzer and also blush. For so long, I've hated cream products in terms of like bronzer and blusher, but I actually think they give you so much more of like a natural glow from within and natural colour, especially when it comes to blusher. So for contour slash bronzer, I'm using the Nude Stick All Over Face colour in Bondi Bay. It's literally just a matte. There you go. It's literally the perfect colour for me, and it's good too because it's got a brush on the end. So the way I use this is I would actually do my contour higher than people normally do it, because I think it's much more lifting that way. And then same with my contour on my jawline, I will do it a bit higher. A little line here, little line here, and then if I want to, I will just do the sides of my nose. But yeah, that's that, and then I'll go in with the brush at the end and just kind of start dabbing that in. When you're doing contour and anything with like a brush, I would say like just bounce it on rather than do that, because it will pull off the product. Okay, so now that it's all done, it's time for blush, and then I think I might put a tiny bit of CC cream just over it where a bit of product will come off. So this is the Glossier Cloud Paint in, I dropped everything in the shade Beam, It's a really nice like peachy shade. I love these, they're so like light and fluffy on your skin. You do need to use quite a bit to get the colour you want, but I love this so much. This is the colour of it. With blusher, I will literally just do dots in the shape of like, almost like a C, I guess you could say, to again give my skin that lifting effect, and then I'll do that on the other side as well. And then I will just put a little bit in the centre of my nose to give it a bit of like a flush. So now I'll go in with this sponge, and I will literally just blend that in, just going from the lowest part to the highest part, just dabbing. And it blends in so easily and doesn't pick up the product underneath, which I love. My makeup has actually turned out really nice today. Sometimes my skin is just not it, and that's why I make sure to prep it with like loads of creams and things like that, so that I think having a good skincare routine and prepping your skin makes the biggest difference to whether your makeup looks good or stays in place or anything. My makeup never stays in place, but like it does tend to look quite smooth, and I feel like it just looks quite natural and glowy and has a little bit of colour and things like that. Right, I've done my powder and just set it so that it looks a bit less shiny and it will stay in place. What I do now is actually just take a bronzer and go through my crease, and just to give, you're almost contouring your eyes just to make them pop a bit more and give them a bit of colour. I literally, not this one because this one's dirty, but I will go through my crease, get a bit of this bronzer. This is just the Physicians Formula one. I've used so much of this, and just get it and go through my crease so it gives it a bit of brown colour. Then I use mascara, and so I'm going to do that, and then eyebrows and lips. Okay, I need to hurry up. Can you see it's just giving my eye like a little bit of dimension and colour? I would say to use a matte bronzer. You can also do the same thing with blusher actually if you want a bit of shimmer on your eyelid. So now I'm going to curl my eyelashes. Honestly, I have the worst eyelashes ever. They just stick out and never look like I have any. So I use eyelash curler, is literally my saviour, and then I mix together these two mascaras. I will link everything down below that I've used in case you wanna get any of it. Ta-da! Look at that. Honestly makes such a big difference. So now for eyebrows, this is the best product ever. This is Benefit Gimme Brow. It's basically just a tinted brow gel, but it's amazing. This is a shade 3.5. If you want to like naturally fill in your eyebrows, give them a bit of colour and just fill them out a little bit, this is the best thing to use ever. So I will literally just brush it through my brows, and it helps shape them as well. Sometimes I'll use the clear brow gel that Benefit do if I want to make sure that they stay in place, but this often does the job and I don't feel like I need to use that. Done! My eyebrow's done. So now I just need to do the other one. And I will literally carry this with me in my bag in case I need to top up throughout the day. And the brows and eyelashes are done. Literally my favourite products ever. I remember I didn't actually say what mascaras I use, but I'm gonna just link them down below. So now let's do lips, and then that will be it. Okay, so for lips, my favourite natural lip combo is the Natasha Denona lip crayon in Ilona, I think it is. Ilona, it's just a nice like peachy nude. And then I'll just blend it out a little bit and top it off with some lip gloss. This is the NYX Shine Loud double-ended lip gloss. The gloss side of this, insane, literally chef's kiss. I never used to line my lips like ever, but since lining them, I've never looked back. It just makes everything a bit more precise, dimensional. Okay, so these are the lips. I love this colour. So now with my finger, I'll literally just like give it a little like blend. With the lip gloss, I will go over my lips, and it also makes it easier to blend in the lip liner. And that is it. So now I just need to take my hair out. I put so many clips in my hair when I go to sleep because I hate having my hair on my face. Here's the makeup. Super natural, super like glowy and perfect for spring, summer. You could even do like more colourful colour through your crease. Like I love doing a little bit of pink going through my crease, or purple, or just like doing more natural makeup with a more bright t-shirt. That is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know if you want me to do more of these videos, or if you want me to do like an evening version, because I know I've done like get ready with me, get unready with me, my night routine, my morning routine, but they were all like a little while ago, and in my day in my life, so I don't really go into depth of like what I do and how I do my makeup, and I feel like it's quite nice to talk about my skincare, and it's been nice to talk about my little journey with it. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I love these kind of videos where it's like get ready with me, so where we can do our skincare together, talk about life, do our makeup together. Hopefully I gave you a couple of tips or you learned some bits, and yeah, I really love filming this video. I've been filming for like 2 hours, but I've loved every minute of it, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video too. Thank you so much also for the love on my last video. You guys really liked it, so I'm so happy about it, and it will be turning into a series soon. I'm thinking of doing like an episode a month, because it's quite a big task otherwise, and it is in itself anyway. But I better get on with my day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you lots. Please make sure to smash the like button, turn on your post notifications so you're notified every time I post a new video and you can be first. And subscribe if you haven't already. Lots more fun and new videos coming up from me. I've got so many things planned, and I hope that you stay tuned to be a part of that. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone. Mwah.